Well, when I think about the years in my background, I think in terms of how many careers and what's going on today that didn't exist a few years ago. And so the aspect of technology is a very big one, and being involved in technology I have enjoyed, but it's not the only thing. In our lifetimes, we will have many careers, and part of it comes with how we work with people, not just the technology. And if I had to say, technology is more about the engine of a car, and the traction comes from people. The ability to take technology and solve problems. That's the value of having a career in technology. It isn't about just the technology.
It's a great pleasure to be part of this event. Sheryl and I have known each other for years, first at HP, where she was leading software improvement in the company, and I worked with her from the labs. And it was just a wonderful opportunity to have her come and lead software management training for students here at Carnegie Mellon. I look forward to the induction and to the things that Sheryl is doing with the students.
And if I were talking to my granddaughter, I would say that her life will be so much faster than mine was. And that means learning how to learn and being able to deal with change, because it won't be just a few things. It'll be a lot of things, with mobility, with information, with the speed of technology that it enhances the lives. The ability to deal with it and not be intimidated by it is going to be critical. And learning how to work with people is the best part. I went through several transitions myself. I started out coding and basically looking at a technical arena. What was it going to take to code? And I found that I needed more than that, and I started to think in terms of how does it work with people? And I evolved into the kinds of jobs that involve the linking of technology and people, and being sort of the translator between the two. And then the more I got into the people issues, I discovered we needed to think about the problems we were solving for people, not just the technology we were creating.
I think what's always impressed me about Sheryl is the fact that even though she's been an alum of the Stanford Graduate School of Business now for over 20 years and has served on our advisory board for many years, she's always thinking 5 or 10 years ahead in terms of the advice that she gives. And as you might imagine, education has changed quite a bit in that time, business has changed quite a bit, and yet while she has a lot of experience, she's always looking into the future and what seems to be coming next. The other thing that I just love about Sheryl is the way that she connects with people. And she's able to connect with people from all sorts of different backgrounds, different generations, different personality types. She builds a real sense of community just about anywhere that she goes. I think that as director of the Stanford MSX program here, probably the biggest contribution that she's made is that for many years she hosted a weekly tailgate party at our football games here at Stanford. And as much as I'd like to think that our students really reflect back on the academic learning they got during their time here at the Graduate School of Business, I know that many of the best memories that they formed during their time were really at some of those tailgate parties. And as much as it might seem like a social activity, the truth is that the way Sheryl was able to bring people together built a real sense of trust and built strong relationships that I know had an impact in terms of people's career and the ability of their ability to lead the organizations which they serve. So I'm really glad to see that Sheryl is being recognized not only by somewhere like Stanford, but more broadly for the contributions that she's made.
As I think about the impact Sheryl's had on my professional life, it's when I met Sheryl several decades ago, My focus was technology, physics undergrad degree, digital equipment corporation, even my Stanford MBA. It was more of a technical focus than a people focus. I thought I had a lot of confidence in technology. You could touch it, you could feel it, you could make it happen, and it was reassuring. Sheryl's taught me that technology by itself doesn't matter unless you're able to get traction and cause results through people. The technology becomes almost irrelevant.
Having Sheryl Root as a faculty member of the Integrated Innovation Institute has been just wonderful. She's a talented educator. She's tough, but she's very dedicated to the students and making sure that they're learning in every class. She teaches for us product innovation, organizational behavior, agile marketing, metrics, and leadership. And it's her focus on leadership that has been the force behind the literal transformation of many of our students in their professional development. She's a great mentor to help them make that transition. She also supports several student startups in the Software Management Master's Program. It's her willingness to help students outside of the classroom that is the reason that many of them stay in touch with her for years after they graduate.
I am so thrilled to share in celebrating Sheryl's induction into the WITI Hall of Fame. I have known Sheryl for a number of years, not only as a fellow board member with WITI, but also I've seen her in action with her students at Carnegie Mellon Silicon Valley, as well as we share common roots, both having worked at HP. She really gives back. I've seen her with her students, and what's amazing about what Sheryl is doing here in the Valley is she is training the next generation of students in her classrooms, the next leaders, the entrepreneurial leaders, the industry leaders who will work at the larger companies. She is inspiring a whole generation of leaders in the Valley that are going to take what she is imparting to them and really take it to the next level.
And I believe that the years here at CMU have shifted me into helping people do more with the technology than just produce the technology, but to be able to apply it and solve problems with it. And I believe as a professor, we have the responsibility to help people go where they couldn't have gone before. Give them the confidence, give them the curiosity, give them the desire to know more and to learn more and understand how they learn. Here at CMU, we have the opportunity to work with our Integrated Institute that allows us to say, how are we solving problems, not just engineer technology. I am always excited when a student comes and says, gee, I don't think I could have done that before. And it means that they are learning and asking good questions and being able to be curious, reach people, and put those things together in solving problems.